evening, everybody. It's the PodBois, actually back in action, so the boys are technically back in town.
Boys are back in town.
It's
sponsored by them.
It's your main host, Ryan Nixon, with Peasants.
Your mama?
What the hell?
Introduce yourself.
You done said my name.
Okay.
What's the point now?
Savannah Bulbreth and
Atwood.
And Robbie.
And Wes is fake. He's Wes Gurley Dunbar today. So it's been a while. A lot of interesting things have happened in the world of college football. And one thing that's going on right now, we have the Washington-Utah game that the boys definitely did not get this podcast started in time. So by the time you hear this, it will definitely be over. And if you hear annoying noises, it is definitely Atwood smoking a cigar.
He's the king of annoying noises.
I'm surprised he's not eating pistachios, but that's an inside joke for another time.
I like them nuts.
So we will close our podcast later with our predicted top 4 for the playoffs, because after this week we will know who it's going to be. And so quit rambling. So you want to go on in with the games?
Yep.
God, I'm sorry everyone. We've been so annoying. It's Atwood's fault. Okay.
Atwood, you're a cuck.
Jesus. That's as close to that word as we'll get without it being bleeped.
Okay.
One letter and it's bleeped.
Anyways,
Okay.
we'll start out with the first conference championship, CUSA, the number 1 conference. We have UAB playing at MTSU, who's a 1-point favorite.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to me that they're only a 1-point favorite, because MTSU just beat UAB by 24 last week. So
They played last week, and we're hosting them again.
Where was that in the regular season? At MTSU?
yeah, and it's back at MTSU again.
2 weeks in a row at MTSU.
So I'm taking MTSU. Easy pick. True blue.
Yeah, I'm staying True Blue too. So I think it'll be an easy win. Hosting them at home, they're expecting a big crowd to show out for it. So wish I could go to the game if it wasn't going to rain.
I'm gonna have to go with. For once, I'm gonna have to go with MTSU as well.
And Robbie.
I think UAB bounces back.
Okay. Do you have a reason to bash UAB? I mean, to bash MTSU?
Well, it's not bashes. It's hard to beat a team
No, it's not. Not when you're the truest of blues.
back-to-back weeks.
Alright, so
It'd be like that sometimes.
that's 3-1. And the one is going to lose.
The one is going to be correct. Can't believe Atwood was a fake boy this week.
Oh, shoot. I put
You're gonna be like Kareem Hunt. You're gonna be let down.
Jesus.
He was let go. Not let down.
Okay.
Frozen.
Up next, what conference is this?
The
The
American
nobody cares.
Athletic Conference. So
Okay,
they support the
AAC.
troops.
We have Memphis, who's playing at number 8, UCF. And UCF is a 3-point favorite.
Well, between... Never mind. I think UCF is going to lose this game and their streak might be over after this. Even though they're my national champions, Mackenzie Milton was the true champion. And he paid the ultimate sacrifice when he took that injury.
He's the definition of a 5-star heart.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bush Jones.
Because I read something, he's been FaceTiming his teammates while in the hospital. So, true champ. But, last I checked, it's pretty hard when you've got the 5-star champion
Champions
on the
alive.
bench or on the sidelines. So while I do wish he a well recovery, I do not think he can beat Memphis. Sven, what about you?
So their quarterbacks have surprisingly similar statistics.
But Mackenzie Milton's out.
Oh.
Yes.
But my dude broke his knee.
Yeah, he had that terrible knee injury.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm taking Memphis. Mainly because it's a Tennessee team. And I'd like to see a Tennessee team be the one to break the streak for UCF. But it would be interesting to see UCF win and see how they do the playoffs again and see the uproar. So
Thank you, man.
I would like to see UCF win just to see the uproar, but I think Memphis is going to win.
All right. Atwood?
I'm going to go Memphis on this too. Because if I ain't mistaken, don't they have one of the best running backs in the country?
Yeah,
What's
his name?
Henderson?
Yeah, Henderson.
Because I know for the longest time
19 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was also like second for the most part in the season for rushing yards.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know
at
if he's calmed
1,700
down.
rushing yards. 198 carries for 1,700 yards.
Daryl Henderson.
19
Yeah.
touchdowns.
So I'm going to go Memphis. I'm going to say, and it ain't even going to be close. I'm going to say Memphis 2 scores.
I'm also going to say Memphis by 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
UCF ain't shit.
Jesus.
I really, I'm torn on who I want to win this game.
Definitely UCF. They're my champions alive.
Nope.
Scott Frost ain't there, so screw him.
All right.
I want to say
Next,
something else, but I ain't trying to get bleeped.
Now on to the
Mountain West.
Mountain West.
Toughest conference in college football.
TCU's old stomping grounds.
We have number 25, Fresno State, who's playing number 22, Boise State. Boise State is a 1-point favorite.
Where's it at?
It is.
Is it in Boise, Idaho?
I don't feel like the smaller conferences really have a place that hosts it every year.
It says Albertson Stadium. I don't know where that is. Yeah, it's in Boise.
They're playing at the Blue Turf.
Blue Turf.
That's probably the greatest advantage in college football. I'm taking Boise State. It's a hard place to win, even
Who won their
when
last
it's
match?
not that serious, but it's serious here.
Because they played a couple weeks ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
Probably.
I want to say.
Fresno State lost.
Was it close?
It was 24-17. So, yeah, recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was 3 weeks ago.
And Boise State made a comeback in the scoring 14 points in the fourth quarter to come back and take the lead.
So that was a pretty evenly matched game. I'm also going to pick Boise State because they pulled it out last time. They have that pretty big home field advantage. Other than that, don't really care that much. But it's two ranked teams. Is the thing. There's only 3 games where it's 2 ranked teams playing each other.
So you picked Boise State?
Boise State.
She said that.
I said
I
that.
didn't hear it.
Pay attention.
I'm going to have to go. I'm going to say Fresno. I'm going to say they're going to go back, look at the film, correct their mistakes. Because if I ain't mistaken, it wasn't Boise the first time. So, of course, they can play in Boise. So I'm going to say they're going to make all their wrongs right and hold up a W.
I'm also going Fresno State because, like I said, with UAB and MTSU, it's hard to beat the same team twice in the season in football. Go Dogs!
Oh my god.
Okay, up next we have the ACC Championship. Not who I expected to be playing in this.
Is that
beginning
the
of the season.
spread?
Yep.
27.
Number 2, Clemson, a 27.5-point favorite, is playing Pitt.
Where's
Absolutely
Miami?
not what I was expecting.
This is quick. Clemson.
Clemson, 100%.
I don't know. I might have. No, I'm messing. I might go Clemson.
I mean, Pitt has been known to upset people
That's
in
why I
late
asked if
November.
y'all even wanted to pick this game. 'cause
Fighting
it's like-
Dabos. I didn't know the spread was that big. Clemson's going to win.
Dabo wins, baby.
Clemson's ain't gonna put up 60 on them.
That's sad that that's who they're playing in their conference championship game.
Well, is Clemson on? They're undefeated, aren't
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
They might get in even if they lose.
Yeah, Pitt's 7-5. Okay.
They need their Lord and Savior Nathan Peterman to come back
So
since he's out of a job in the NFL.
these last 3 games, I would say, are the big ones. We have Big Ten championship. Number 21 Northwestern
The Savages. Can't leave that out. Savages.
is playing number 6 Ohio State, who's a 14.5 point favorite. Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Jesus.
You knew that was coming.
I hate y'all.
It's not a podcast if it's not said, so.
Alright. I think that while Ohio State's a 14.5 point favorite and they're probably going to win, I think that Ohio State will be facing maybe kind of be a letdown game for them because of how they dominated Michigan. I don't think they can repeat that because that's a game of a lot of heart. So I think Ohio State finds a way to win, but I think it might be by like 3 or 7. So, the Buckeyes.
I hate to say it, but I do think that Ohio State will win this game. But I think that Northwestern's going to go up kind of early on them, and Ohio State won't be expecting that. So, look for Northwestern to go up early and Ohio State to pull it out, anyways.
I'm about to go with the real men of college football, Northwestern. When the video dropped of everybody working out in compression shorts in 20-degree weather,
That's insane. Yeah.
you don't get more manly than that. You can't beat a man in football.
So you got Northwestern just off what they train in.
Hey, I
That's
mean,
pretty hard, though.
Purdue beat them by, what, 20?
29.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Robbie?
another thing I wouldn't-
I want Northwestern to win.
I do. I swear, if Ohio State, they're going to be in the freaking playoffs, and I'm going to lose my shit.
There's no way they can make I don't feel like they can make the
They'll put them
playoffs
in there.
They can.
They can definitely put them in there. Especially if
Well,
Georgia loses
If Oklahoma loses 2, then yeah.
and if Oklahoma loses.
I think Ohio State wins, unfortunately.
I think that they'll win. And I really do think they're going to put them in the...
You know whose fault that'd be?
I think
it's old Michigan's
It
fault.
might be best if Georgia beat Alabama this week because I think Bama gets in regardless.
Oh, yeah, they're in.
I'd say 1 and 2 are for sure locked, no matter what.
So I think if
Let's say
Georgia-
Alabama, Clemson are going in.
yeah,
But I almost would rather see Oklahoma make it in over Georgia.
yeah, but I think if 1 through 3 wins and Bama beats Georgia and then Oklahoma and Ohio State both win, they're gonna bump Ohio State over Oklahoma.
It's that Big 12 argument from a couple years ago.
Shit.
It is.
Was that when TCU should have made it?
Yeah.
The thing is, Ohio State, half of their games are not good teams.
Well, we can bump to that whenever we're
Oregon
talking about
State,
the top 4.
Rutgers, TCU, trash.
Garbage.
Okay.
Tulane,
Speaking of teams that TCU has
Indiana.
played,
Purdue, and they got their asses beat by Purdue.
Go Boilermakers.
Purdue's not like garbage, but
we got the Big 12 championship game.
yeah. Up next, Big 12 championship.
Number 5 Oklahoma, 7.5 point favorites at Cowboy Stadium, playing number 14 Texas. Well, Boomer Sooner. That's all I gotta say.
It's Boomer Sooner.
That's what I said.
That's what he said.
Boomer Sooner.
You said Soomer.
I don't care what I said. Okay, cool.
Did
Hook
you
'em.
say Sumer?
He did say Sooner.
Okay, cool. Hook 'em.
He's just going to change it.
Change this whole pick because we called
No,
it out.
I'm taking Oklahoma. I was just cracking a joke about Tom Herman. Because that's what he said back whenever the dude said, the dude like sent all this thing about how
Zach
he cheated on his
Smith.
wife. And he was like, okay, cool, hook him. And then at the game, his wife
His
wore a
wife
shirt
wore a
with the text message that said, okay, cool, hook him. It was fun, savage. But he's going to be thinking about cheating again once he takes this nasty L. But this time it'll be cheating because he's going to be having to call Lincoln his daddy. So
Just like Baker's your daddy.
Baker is not daddy anymore. I will call no man on the Browns daddy. But Oklahoma, big. They're going to win handily.
Oklahoma won, or no?
Texas won.
Texas won by 3. And I've really had Ohio State fans trying to tell me, oh yeah, Oklahoma lost to Texas by 3. It's not that much. A loss is a loss. Talking about the Purdue by 29. A loss is not a loss in that instance.
You lose to Purdue by 29 points.
Purdue is unranked.
Unranked team. Texas was
At the
ranked.
time, it was a top 10 matchup, right?
I think so.
I thought that was.
No.
I thought that was when Texas started their hot streak.
Oh, the Purdue
Texas
one?
was
No, them.
Texas, Oklahoma.
Texas.
Oh, yeah, that was top
Texas
10.
was not. No, it says Texas was 19.
When they played?
Apparently.
I don't think.
See, I told you they were
That's
just getting on their
huge.
Oh,
streak.
yeah, because they were just getting on the street, yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
See, I don't even keep up with football that much.
Either way, Texas is now ranked 14. That loss looks a whole lot better than a 30-point loss
To
to
Purdue.
Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
Get my Shannon Sharp going.
Even if Oklahoma lost this by 3, or 7, still doesn't look as bad as that big giant loss to Purdue. Because Texas isn't bad,
Nope.
but
I love how we're trying to talk about the Big 12 and the two hateful Tennessee fans are trying to throw it back on Ohio State.
yeah, we hate Ohio State. If you didn't know,
All right, so who are you
That's
taking?
a mood.
I'm
That's a big
taking.
mood.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Oklahoma because, like Atwin has said like 40 times, it's hard to beat the same team
You mean
twice.
Robbie?
I mean Robbie. I was looking at Atwin.
We don't even look the same.
I'm not even the same
I know y'all
color.
don't.
Oh, you are.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, cool. All right, Atwood. Oh, I mean, or is it Robbie? I can't tell.
We
Okay.
look so similar.
Atwood, who you got?
I'm gonna have to roll my boy Kyler. He's up for Heisman. I think he's gonna pull this one through. He ain't gonna let his team down this time.
I say Oklahoma.
That's
just
another
has
thing we'll
better
talk
players.
about. We'll also say who we think should win the Heisman at the end.
Who's even up? I know just 2
I don't
people.
know who else.
I know they really narrowed it down to 2.
Tua and Kyler,
Yeah, it's
and
gonna be one of the two.
who's the third person that might be invited?
Minshew, maybe, or
Minshew.
What about Greer?
probably Greer.
Yeah, it's basically
They
Tua
just
or
feel sorry
Kyler.
for him because he needs to pay for his baby.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Texas ain't forever. Horns down.
Isn't that sad?
I thought that was your sleeper national champs.
Hey,
They can't make it now.
they can't make it now, but they got a whole lot closer than all 4 of Ryan's picks.
I don't even remember who all I picked. Actually, Georgia's still
TCU
in
and
it.
UCF.
Georgia's still in it.
UCF, Miami, and Georgia. That was Ryan's 4.
Garbage.
Okay.
Speaking
So-
of Georgia,
Just means more. One game this week. 'cause
Go Dogs.
It is the most important game in college football this week.
Facts.
It actually is.
I don't know. I'm
Facts.
thinking this Memphis UCF game might catch my attention.
Well,
there'll be some
thing
scoring.
this is going to make it interesting, playoff-wise, this game will. So you have number 1 Alabama, a 12.5-point favorite versus number 4 Georgia.
Go Dogs.
That's a pretty big spread for number 1 versus number 4.
When you got one of the most dominant teams ever to step on a football field.
All right, who you got, Ryan?
I'm gonna take. This is obvious. Alabama. They're gonna be throwing the horns, or should I say tusks, at the Bulldogs, and Tua is gonna get his.
I did not know that was his first name. I
Yeah.
thought it was his last name.
Yeah,
His last
Tua
name is long.
Tua stands for
Tagovailoa.
the University of Alabama. Okay, that's what he is. So it's
His name's Tua Tugboat.
yeah, Tua Tagovailoa. By the way, Oklahoma State's quarterback, his name is like Corn Dog or something. So he's a savage.
Well, his first
You
name
know it's gonna be-
Yeah, Cornelius. They call him Corn
Next
Dog.
year, Alabama's going to have 2 Tagovailoas on the team.
Maybe.
His brother's already committed.
That don't mean shit till he signs that paper.
He's going to sign. He wants the Marines.
Go to TCU.
He ain't gonna get shit.
We need a 5-star. But yeah, I got Bama.
He's only a 4.
Oh yeah, we have a chance though. We have a chance.
I'm gonna take Alabama, and I think that'll knock Georgia out of any playoff talks. I think that'll be a lot easier on the committee if Alabama wins too.
That'd be a lot harder.
How's that a lot harder?
How's it going to be harder if Alabama
Because
wins?
if Georgia wins, they know Alabama's still in.
Well, if Alabama wins,
So Georgia,
Alabama's
it'd be
still
Georgia,
in.
Alabama, Clemson, and Notre Dame, and then they'd only have
But
they don't have to pick the order.
If they put Georgia and Alabama in, they're going to piss people off again.
They did it last year.
I know, but it pisses people
Who
off.
cares?
Because it
So-
just means
You know
more.
why?
I think Georgia. I think Oklahoma could beat Georgia.
You know why, Ryan? Ohio State.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I think Oklahoma's better than Georgia.
They should have beat Georgia's ass last year.
Yeah,
Lincoln Riley
if he could play call.
shit the bed.
I was watching that from overseas.
Huh? Where was you?
I was in the
We were in
Dominican
Dominican
Republic.
Oh.
We were trying to watch it on our phone.
I was sitting next to Peyton, and the whole first half, every time Oklahoma scored, I played Oklahoma's fight song the whole way through. It would have been so great if they didn't choke.
Booner Sumer. I'm just kidding. All right, what do you got?
I'm going to have to go with Alabama. I mean, I don't even think it's going to be close. This ain't last year's Alabama squad.
It's kind of sad how good they are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it takes the fun out of watching them play, even.
And I honestly think Georgia let the wrong quarterback go.
Thanks.
This is Jake from State Farm. What are you talking about?
Go Dogs! No.
Okay,
Bama's gonna
I know who
win.
you're picking.
I just like making fun of Peyton.
Dude, this is a fan base that one of their rally cries.
They bark at like 20-year-old kids.
One of their rally cries was, "It's Chubby time." For
Oh
Nick
my
Chubb.
god. Yes, when we went to that game, TCU and Georgia in Memphis, they were like, yeah, they'd say like it's chubby time and stuff like that.
They were like, "That's not it, Chief."
We're like, nope.
I don't like how like they bark at like 20-year-old kids on kickoffs.
All right, now we're back up. All right, so we've all took Alabama, and we all think that Georgia is kind of some weirdos. Speaking of other, well, before we get to crazy, speaking of other stupid rally cries, I hate the Ole Miss hottie toddy thing. Because whenever we went to the Peach Bowl, they were clowns. Me and Savannah made the mistake of we had tickets in the Ole Miss section because like they split it half and half.
They cuss so much in all of their like chants and stuff. I'm
Hottie
like,
toddy,
Jesus
gosh
Christ.
almighty! Shut the heck up.
Kids
Gosh
here, like,
almighty, look at
yelling
the
cuss
scoreboard.
words.
Speaking
Hell
of
yeah.
Ole Miss, they had did y'all watch that fight?
No.
I didn't see
Oh
it.
my
It was
god.
lit.
They got in a fight on a touchdown play for Ole Miss, but the play didn't even count.
No.
Like, I don't remember what happened. But
Wasn't
the
it
play
illegal?
didn't...
Or no, it was end of quarter. They
Oh,
snapped it and they let the
they
play
snapped
run.
it, and the game clock hit 0 at the end of the third quarter, but the refs didn't catch it. So then this huge brawl breaks out, and they like go back to review it, and they eject like 6 players, and the every player on both teams got a personal foul.
I saw that.
And then they were like, "Oh, by the way, the game clock was 0, so the play didn't even count. It's second down." All that for nothing.
It may be petty, but I love watching whole team fights. Like when a whole big brawl breaks out, it's just
Thanks.
it's fun to watch.
That's why you're a Miami fan.
That's
Because they're a bunch of hood rats who just want to fight.
Don't talk about them like that. That's my boys.
Mark Rick sucks.
Wait, so what y'all want to discuss first?
Are we going
The
to talk
Heisman or our top 4?
I guess the high.
Heisman because there's
Okay.
less of a controversy with this one.
Yeah.
It's down to 2.
So we've narrowed it down to probably the 2. I mean, if you guys want to throw a different name in, you can. But we've got Tua and Kyler Murray. Who do you think, Ryan?
You already know. I like hot takes. I think Kyler deserves it over Tua.
So,
I don't think it's really a hot take. I think it's really about 50-50.
The
Kyler-
media loves
Kyler
Tua.
has 3,674 yards passing and 37 touchdowns and 7 picks.
See, I think Tua's got him beat in
Tua
less picks.
is 3,189 yards passing and 36 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Now those rushing stats are going to be
What was his
significantly
passing
different. 3,100.
And see, Tua
Almost
has
3,200.
one less passing touchdown and 500 less yards, and you know how many times he's played in the fourth quarter this year? Once. He's played in the fourth quarter once.
I'm also gonna say though, did Tua's star running back go down early in the season? So Kyler's put the team on his back a little bit more.
That's the thing. If Tua's star running back would have went down,
Yeah,
he'd had
they
another
just
star running back.
throw another 5-star out there.
I think if you're going most valuable player as your thing, I think that Kyler did a lot more for Oklahoma than Tua did for Alabama, and that's where my vote's going to Kyler.
I think if you're going most value, it's got to go Kyler because, I mean, who else in the nation has a quarterback whose record is 26-2 as a starter? Nobody.
Maybe Mackenzie Milton? Maybe.
But he's not a backup.
Well, my thing is Alabama with Jalen Hurts at the quarterback is really good and hard to beat. But with Tua at quarterback, they're like invincible.
But they never played Clemson. Trevor Lawrence. I'm telling you, Clemson's going to be them or them old Catholic boy touchers.
Oh my
Nobody's going to beat Alabama this year.
I don't think anyone's going to beat them.
I don't know. I think Alabama without a loss is a lot less scary than Alabama with a loss.
Have you watched Alabama play this year? They're pretty damn scary either way.
They were tied at halftime with the Citadel. Okay,
Did you
they're
see the final
beatable.
score?
They're beatable.
Let's say
It's the
second half.
Citadel. It's what you would have expected the score to be.
They were,
but I mean, they run a gimmicky offense. I mean, that's hard to prepare for if you don't see it all the time.
I would say they were ripped a new one at halftime.
That's putting it
100%
lightly.
definitely. Like I would pay good money to see like footage of what happened in the locker room over halftime.
What has been Alabama's closest game?
Like 23, something like that.
That was the only game that was like where they were like, you know, at halftime everybody's like,
And they still won by like 50.
yeah.
I was talking about their closest game, like in
I
general.
think.
Maybe LSU.
No. They beat somebody by like 23.
I thought LSU.
Mississippi State was 24-0.
Huh?
Mississippi State was 24-0.
That might have been their closest one.
I thought Mizzou put up a good fight.
Mizzou might have lost by 23. I know it's like something in there.
And as we look this up,
I'll go ahead and tell my pick for the Heisman. I think Tua's got it just because the media does love him.
The media loves Alabama.
Definitely like portrays him in every way in a good light. Like I see videos of him on Twitter all the time, just randomly. Somebody posted a video like yesterday of him out practicing by himself in the rain. They were like, "This is Heisman material," and I just think that they're.
so no, he's just actually doing what he should be doing, practicing.
He's practicing, but they're gonna give it to Tua.
Yeah, I think Tua also wins.
Atwood, who you got?
You haven't seen it.
I want Kyler to Murray, and I screwed that up. I really want Kyler Murray to win, and I hope he does, and I think he will, because, I mean, overall stats, Kyler's got more. I mean, you can sit there and say Tua Tugboat has played once in the fourth quarter, but I think the Heisman should be dependent on the most valuable player that the team needs and overall stats. I mean, him playing the fourth quarter should only affect him in a negative way of the Heisman.
The thing is, it's partially subjective, so.
Well, I mean, it's all like the media is the ones that vote on it for the most part anyway. So the media loves Alabama.
They love Tua.
They love Tua. Tua's gonna win. That's all there is to it.
I almost hope that
Kyler could play like the games of his life through these next few games potentially, and still not win.
And
when do they already have it picked out?
supposedly,
It's no longer groomers. We've got humors.
Oh, Hugh Freeze.
Yep.
supposedly Hugh Freeze might be coming to the University of Tennessee.
You know, it's still going to be funny
Offensive coordinator.
when Tennessee's still getting anchored down. Go Doors.
Still beat Kentucky's ass.
Hey, still beat Vandy's ass.
All right, so this investigative reporting, I think the closest game was 22 points.
Oh, I think
Alabama over Texas A&M. Okay.
A&M was our closest.
Yeah. All right, so y'all want to go to the top 4? Which basically, I think we all, judging by our picks, we all have the top 3.
Yeah, well, top 3 can't change. Well,
it can.
1 can't change.
I mean, Notre Dame's interchangeable. Like
Yeah,
Notre Dame could be 3 or 4, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they can go as high.
They're in.
They can go as high as 1,
in,
or they can drop to 4. But they're not falling out. Because I mean,
Notre Dame's not going higher than 3.
If 1 and 2 lose, they ain't staying at 3.
Alabama ain't losing, and Clemson damn sure ain't losing to Pitt.
Like Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
We all picked Alabama to win. We all picked Clemson to win. I'm assuming we all have Alabama 1, Clemson 2.
Yes.
Okay.
I got Notre Dame 1.
You picked Alabama and Clemson to win.
They're not gonna move.
You can't sleep on the Catholic boy today.
But Notre
Alabama
Dame's chilling. They're a lot less tired. So move them up.
I don't know if you look at Notre Dame's history.
All I'm saying-
Catholics.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying is if Notre Dame gets jumped and they're 4 going into the playoff, it's going to be a repeat of when they played Bama a few years ago when they had Manti Te'o.
Hey, the reason they lost because his girlfriend died. Okay,
His fake ass girlfriend.
Leave him alone. It was a tragic loss.
I do think this Notre Dame team is better, but I don't think that they're.
Alabama will beat this Notre Dame team by 30.
See, I think
Does
that Notre Dame
not play this week?
No, they
No,
don't have a
they're
conference.
independent.
They're independent.
Sorry.
That's wild. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh! So on a freaking college football playoff, and that pin matches your shirt.
It does. It's like the exact same color.
This is like so random though. He's like, and that freaking pin matches your shirt.
All right.
Ron, who's your 3 and 4?
Well, 3's obviously the ND.
Maryland.
ND's nuts.
Oh my God. No. And number 4, because it's going to be a better win, and they will have beat everybody on their schedule, Oklahoma. Because they'll be able to avenge their loss to Texas earlier in the season. So I think that the voters will like that, and I think Oklahoma will make it in as long as they can win this game. So,
I mean, as long as Oklahoma wins, they have the number 4 spot, in my opinion.
I think Kyler Murray's going to show Alabama what a real offense looks like.
I don't know, because if Georgia loses and then Oklahoma winds up losing, then they'll probably put Ohio State in. They will put Ohio State in.
Yeah.
without a doubt.
It's either...
And then Deshaun Haskins going to show
I really think
Alabama.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Alabama's
It's a black name. Who cares?
Oh my God.
So Alabama's easily going to win. So I think that Georgia's out either way. It's either going to be Oklahoma or Ohio State, depending on the Oklahoma game. But picked Oklahoma to win, so I'm going to have the same top 4 as Ryan.
I think everybody's going to have the same top 4.
Probably.
If we're being real.
Well, Atwood already kicked out Ohio State with the loss, so.
True.
I did. Oh, I did, yeah. Because they're playing some real men.
So you gotta go.
Who's number 7?
UCF?
No, they're 8.
Oh, no.
They're 8.
LSU, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And LSU has 3 losses.
LSU should not be number 7.
They're not going to...
No.
Are they number 7 in the college playoff? Or
Yep. They put...
Who have their 3 losses been to? Alabama,
A&M,
Florida.
And Florida.
See, 2 of them haven't even been good losses.
Is this
Florida's
not
9.
current?
Oh, it's Michigan.
It's Michigan.
Oh, is it?
LSU is 10.
Oh, okay.
Florida's
Maybe
9.
they're... I think LSU was ahead of UCF last week when they had 2
it's
losses.
Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Michigan, UCF.
Florida shouldn't even be ranked that high.
No.
Florida is ranked way higher than I think they deserve.
They should be ranked right there with Kentucky. If we're being honest. 9-3.
15.
No,
Same as
15.
Florida.
No.
Oh, ranking.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the stats, though, they have the same record. Kentucky's actually 3-2 against Florida's 2-3 against top 25 teams, and plus Kentucky beat Florida.
They're both 9-3. Lots of 9-3 teams.
So who's your 4?
Mine,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma.
I've got them winning.
Do we all have
You
the
think
same?
Oklahoma's going to win it all?
No, I said I've got Oklahoma winning.
Oh yeah,
against
because then we got
Texas.
Okay.
pick who our champions are.
So we all have the same top 4.
Yeah.
So I'm wasting my time writing this out.
Okay.
It'd be different if, you know, like, there was some possible mix-up scenarios.
Well, there is possible mix-ups.
But with our picks,
But
we've
with our
already.
picks, yeah.
Or if, you know,
gotta
there was like
finish
a
up
close
anyways.
race, like,
Okay, Ryan, who do you have winning the first 2 games?
All right.
1-4. So, Bama and Oklahoma.
I honestly think Oklahoma's offense might be the best match in these 3 to beating Alabama. Just because I think the way to beat Alabama is you gotta score a ton of points, and Oklahoma, as we've seen in the West Virginia game, has done that. So
Plus, Alabama hadn't faced a quarterback like Kyler Murray, who's as
dominant
dominant.
and athletic. So don't call it an upset because I already picked it. Oklahoma over Alabama, and Clemson over Notre Dame.
I don't know about that Clemson Notre Dame game. Notre Dame's a real deal. They should be number 1 in the nation.
And who do you think's going to win Oklahoma Clemson?
Y'all are giving me cancer.
Tyler's going to take over the
You think
top quarterbacks.
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, Big 12, they're in the Big 12 because they make big moves.
Yeah, because TCU can't.
Oklahoma,
Are you still using it?
champions alive.
Okay.
Savannah,
I think Alabama beats Oklahoma.
do they beat them handily?
No.
She hates it.
He says it way too much.
Just like cuck. Like, I've never heard
Yeah,
that word
no.
until I heard
He
Ryan
uses
say
it
it.
all the time.
Now he uses it like every other word.
Ryan's a cuck.
But
Fake news.
I don't know who to pick. Clemson, Notre Dame. Who is Notre Dame's undefeated?
Yeah, they're both undefeated.
Top 3 are undefeated.
Have they had any like close games?
A lot.
Notre Dame has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they prevailed
Yeah,
because
I
they've
mean,
got Jesus Christ on their side.
yeah, vote against Notre Dame as a
They
vote
had a close
against the
game with
war.
like everybody. Okay, close with Michigan. That's the beginning of the season. But Ball State 16-24.
Wait, so who are you picking for? Oh, wait, Notre Dame's 3. Never mind.
Vanderbilt,
Got more breaking
They
news
lost.
with the Hugh Freeze.
That's an SEC team.
but it's Vanderbilt. Okay, they only won by 5 over Vandy.
Oh, speak of Vandy, Derek Mason might be gone.
Yeah, it might be going to Colorado.
So he can smoke some doobers.
Oh my god.
They only beat Pitt by 5.
Hey, Pitt is the
They're
upset
playing.
king.
I was about to say they're playing in the conference championship. I don't know. I just have a feeling that Clemson's going to win that one.
1 and 2 very bold picks.
Shut up.
Well, who'd you have picking? You had Ryan. Who'd Ryan have?
2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Clemson, Oklahoma. Oklahoma wins it all. I'm going to say Clemson wins it all though.
I figured it out. One play.
Clemson's gonna shock them right at the very end when the Alabama's feeling really confident in themselves over a completely undefeated season up until then.
Hey, if anybody got Nick Saban's number, it's old Dabo.
So
Well,
I
We
say
didn't have
Clemson's
Deshaun
the
Watson anymore.
national champions this year.
We just got Trevor Lawrence.
Make your pick, Al. Who you got?
Let's see, 1 and 4. As much as I want Oklahoma to win, I say Alabama pulls out a close one.
Oh, let's talk about Catholic boy touchers.
About how they should be number 1 in the country.
I
now
know,
he's
but
like thinking about, are they going to be
I
Clemson?
really want my boys at Notre Dame to go. I mean, there's some savages. I mean, who else beat you down? But that every time they beat someone, if you think about it, they're beating you down by the hands of the Lord.
You know, at the beginning of the season, Clemson's lost a 2-point win over Texas A&M looked kind of sad, but Texas A&M has proven themselves to be like a decent team this year.
Okay,
So that doesn't look nearly as bad now when you look back at it.
Or their come from behind victory over Syracuse.
Hey, they ended up being the real deal though.
A come from behind victory still kind of shows like perseverance, in my opinion.
I don't know what's going on.
You look so sketchy right now.
I know.
So who prevails?
I'm locked in right now.
I think right there on the Clemson Notre Dame game, Notre Dame's going to come in not thinking with Jesus on their heart. And Dabo's going to get the best of them. So
another 1 and 2 matchup. Whoa. So impressive.
Look, who'd you have?
And who wins?
I'm going to pick Clemson. Because, I mean, like I said, Dabo's got Nick's number. And, I mean, Robbie said he didn't have Deshaun. He don't have Deshaun Watson. But he's got an even better Trevor Lawrence.
Who do you think wins Clemson versus Alabama, then?
He already said. He said Clemson.
Oh, I wasn't listening then, apparently.
All right.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Deshaun Watson is probably the best player Clemson's had in recent years, but...
Recent years, probably ever?
DeAndre Hopkins. Get out of here with that mess.
Mike Williams. Come on now. He's torches our Madden League up.
CJ Spiller. He was the truth in college now.
Shaq Lawson. Come on now.
Well, first of all, I think that Oklahoma jumps Notre Dame with a win over Texas.
I didn't even think about that.
So you're putting... Okay.
So I've got Oklahoma at 3. I think Bama beats the brakes off of Notre Dame.
See, now
that's
if that's the case, that's more like a devil versus Jesus matchup. Alabama's red, devil, Notre Dame Catholics, Jesus.
Then they would definitely be coming in with the Lord on their mind.
Mm-hmm. See, if that's the case...
Alabama would definitely beat the hell out of Notre Dame.
What are you talking
Notre Dame don't have any hell
We're talking
in
about
them.
religion over here, and you trying to bring the devil up. Oh, my goodness.
Alabama will beat Notre Dame by at least 4 touchdowns.
Handily?
Yes.
I think so.
Jesus will prevail.
And then...
Clemson, Oklahoma. I kind of like your little matchup better than I like picking mine.
I got
Kyler
Kyler and the boys over the Fighting Dabos. And then I got Bama in a close one against Oklahoma. A high-scoring game.
I wish we would have a final like the West Virginia Oklahoma game. I would go crazy over that.
I do think that they'll put Oklahoma over Notre Dame now that you mentioned
So
that.
it looks like me and Savannah's the only one who's got the real national championship.
Wouldn't that be an entertaining game, Alabama versus Oklahoma?
I think it would.
They would wear the same. They wear the same type of outfits, like uniforms, basically.
No way.
Who cares what?
I'm just saying, like they both wear.
You sound like such a girl right now.
They wear the 2 stripes.
They wear the same colors.
Dude, you know it'd be a great
exactly
national
the same.
championship? Arizona State versus Notre Dame. Sun Devils versus a Catholic school. It don't get much better than that.
You're diving too deep into it.
Anyways, I got like probably 80 combined points going up in that natty, and Bama by like a touchdown.
How great would it be if we had a national championship game like the LSU Texas A&M one? That like there would be so much heart going on in that game.
Everything that I've seen is like all the fans loved it, and then now like the NCAA is like, well, maybe we should change our overtime policy. Like, no,
don't.
Do you not see that everybody loved that?
Probably except for old LSU's coaching staff.
I mean, I'd probably been pretty mad if I was coaching 7 overtimes soaked in Gatorade too.
Yeah.
That's the most hilarious thing that's happened this college football season, I would say. My favorite moment of the season.
They gave him a Gatorade bath.
Can you imagine, like, being the sticky Gatorade?
7 overtimes.
That's just...
The score at the end of regulation was 31-31.
I would be like, y'all are going to have to play this one by yourself. I got to go, like, rinse off in the showers. But, anything else?
I don't think so. Y'all Joe? Oh, Rob, did you figure out any more breaking news?
Well, I saw that it was earlier today. They said that like all signs were pointing that we were going to hire Hugh Freeze, and then I showed you the Hugh Freeze wants the job, and then I saw like right after that UT's like that the SEC wasn't trying to block it, that UT's like administration was trying to block the hire for some reason, and then UT's interim president, because we fired our AD, our chancellor, and our president after the Shiano thing. The interim president tweeted and said, "There's zero truth to the rumors flying tonight that Pruitt's in charge of hiring who he wants." So
UT's got a thing with hiring coaches with baggage, don't they?
they might announce it. Like everything I seen earlier was that they may announce him tomorrow.
I guess the only thing over Freeze over Shianu, instead of touching little boys, he brings strippers.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's honestly what it breaks down to.
Well,
but it's a lot more ethical.
Look, if you
strippers is definitely more ethical than touching children.
Look,
That's
okay.
the argument.
Here's my thing.
He shouldn't have really got fired, because if he cheated, that's on him.
Well, the thing is
it's not the university.
Ole Miss didn't even fire him for paying recruits. They only fired him for the hooker thing.
If you think about it, he should have
How
got.
did he get away with paying recruits? Because that guy Miami screwed in the.
I mean, Ole Miss
is screwed.
Yeah, they got like scholarships and stuff taken away.
Okay.
But
can't even go to Oregon.
But like Hugh Freeze did not get fired for that. Ole Miss was going to stick by him, and then they fired him for the occasional hooker.
I mean, Hoops to Mundus doesn't have the occasional hooker.
Okay, but
I'm not saying that like
in another discussion, why are hookers illegal? Like, I don't understand why that's illegal. I really don't.
Sound like you've been blowing some money.
It just feels like that's a weird thing to be illegal.
But like, the national media is like, "Oh, Tennessee can't hire him. He, committed a crime." But like, to me, the occasional boning of the hooker is like way down here on the things that bother me, and the fact that he might have covered up child rape is like it's way up here.
So basically,
if you think about it,
hard.
If you think about it, you gotta get deep into it again. They're recruiting what? I said they're recruiting like they're gonna recruit more than high school kids. First off, it's bothering me. There's a ladybug on your ceiling.
There's so many. They keep coming in here. I don't know what's up yet.
But they're recruiting high school kids and bringing strippers in to bone them. Not hookers.
Louisville did that.
Yeah.
I think Hugh Freeze was mainly just using them for himself.
Yeah, Patino was doing it like for recruits, like parents. And
for recruits.
And Hugh Freeze was just doing it like
he was cheating.
He was out on recruiting chips and he was cheating on his wife.
Oh, okay, I thought he was getting up for the kid. I was like, if you think about it, he's basically paying grown women to have sex with little kids. That's a little sketchy.
Just for himself.
As we know of, you never know.
Well,
just like you never know.
He's still married to his wife, so
okay.
Well,
cool.
I mean, when you get $1 million checks, it's hard to leave something like that. I mean, I turn a little fruity for $1 million every couple months.
I'm feeling a cold front in East Tennessee. I'm just ignoring him.
Because I'm spitting facts.
Go eat your pistachios.
Pistachios? There's no O in it.
And go hang out with your dachshund.
Why do you say it like that? It's a Dutch hound.
I've heard people say it's a Dachshund, so we're all stupid, I guess. Alright, we got anything else to say?
Other than
no, I guess
get
not.
That ladybug off
should people follow us? And where would they follow us at? Savannah?
Hunters. Hunters.com.
No, that's canceled. Alright, basically follow us at PodBoys_podcast. And I guess that means PodBoys are out!